you know, wrestling typically hasn't been a moneymaker for the universities. And I think they just need to do more fundraising, you know, throw fight, you know, do golf tournaments, do whatever you can. Like my coach, Les Cowell, does a golf tournament every year, and he raises $80,000 a year.
I was the wrestling coach here for 18 years. I also wrestled here back in 1965, 66. Coach Scott Adams and Chuck Liddell and Chad Mendez and those type kids. And Scotty and I decided we wanted to try to do a great fundraiser for Cal Poly Wrestling.
We've lost I think 300 programs in all levels over the last 25 years. We need to do something different and big, and this type of thing, as you can see, is big.
If we could put on an MMA fight and raise, you know, $50,000 to $100,000 a year, and you know, we could become sustainable. And if we could use MMA to help raise money, then great, we're going to do that.
For them to come in here and run an MMA show on campus, I think is a very strong statement.
Cal Poly has a rich history in wrestling. The program has produced 2 individual national wrestling champions and 110 All-Americans. Former Mustangs and current stars from the MMA community were in attendance to support the charity event.
I think it's a tragedy, you know, losing these sports over stuff. I mean, they keep cutting programs everywhere. It's I mean, wrestling's real important for this sport. I mean, it's a big element of the sport. It's one of the, you know, you got to have your jiu-jitsu, your wrestling, and your striking. So it's one of the biggest elements, and the best place to get it is high school and college.
My program was just dropped from UC Davis. It was the only UC in California that provided wrestling, and they all of a sudden dropped it. The rest of these programs are in danger, and we're not trying to be an easy target.
Well, the sport, because they get the kids off the street, they get the kids involved, and then just being, you know, doing drugs, alcohol, and doing bad things like crimes and everything. So it's a great release of aggression.
Well, we think it's real important. It's a great sport, and you know, if you're a fan of MMA, this is part of MMA.
The Fight for Wrestling benefit show attracted close to 2,000 fans and raised an impressive $50,000 for the university and its wrestling program.
There's so many crossovers between MMA and wrestling. Wrestling's done well in that sport. It's become a vital skill that needs to be learned in MMA, and it's no secret wrestling has done well in all of the major MMA events.
You know, the influence is getting up there, but we need to keep working hard and making sure that we have a place for all of our California wrestlers and all our wrestlers in general, because it's a sport that's changed so many people's lives.
The wrestling community needs to follow in the path of the MMA community, which is put on good shows, have energy, bring in DJs like we do in the MMA world. You know, why not do that in the wrestling world? And bring the support there, bring the fans there like we do in MMA. And I think that's what's going to turn wrestling around.
For more information, check out fightforwrestling.com. Guys, Scott Adams hasn't lost his touch when it comes to MMA promoting. The event was such a success, other universities took notice. Next up for Adams, he will produce another MMA charity show, this time for Cal State Bakersfield and their wrestling program, taking place August 14th. Kenny, boss, back to you.